D is going to be for Deppers Bridge, which is the name of a small village really, just on the edge of Southam. And we're about to look into a medieval bridge that's been replaced. I'm on a newer bridge which replaced a medieval bridge. The earliest known bridge over the River Itchen was noted in 1397, so it's a 14th century bridge. So it's over 600 years old. It was replaced in the 20th century. I'm stood right at the edge of the newer bridge over River Itchen. So what I'm going to do is, there's a public footpath, we're going to drop down and see if we can find some of the ruins of this medieval bridge that's over 600 years old. So let's go and see what we can find out. On the public footpath, so let's go and have a look for these ruins of this medieval bridge. To be honest with you, this is harder than I thought it would be. I can't seem to. Maybe it's on the other side of the bridge. I can't see any ruins. I can't see them through the other side. I'm going to try and get on the other side and see if I can find any. But this might be all I get to see. One more try. There was a medieval bridge here, 14th century. We might or might not find some ruins, but it's getting a bit dark. I don't know if you can see that over there. It's looking a little bit menacing. It might be about to get rained on, and we've got another destination to get to yet to show you something else. So let's crack on. I'll try and find these ruins, and then we'll get to the next stop. Okay. That's about as far as I can go without trespassing, so I didn't manage to locate the ruins. Maybe it's for the drone another day. Interesting all the same. So that's the beginning of Deppers Bridge. Let's go to the next bit. So I'm at the Great Western Inn, and this is an old pub that's now closed and abandoned, and it's in a really sorry state. Southam rejected having a railway station, so this is the nearest railway station to Southam. It's just on the other side of Deppers Bridge, and it's on the way to Harbury. And the Great Western Inn is at the top of where the station was, so people would come at the station had a drink here. When me and Helen first moved to the area, when we lived somewhere else, there used to be a big steam train here or over here, and it was quite a popular pub, so it's quite sad now to see it like this, because it's a nice old building. And there's some World War I memoriams on the front of it as well, people who live locally. Okay, so I'm losing the lights. This is a bit of a rush, but I'm trying to show you what was once Europe's biggest railway cutting. They moved millions of tons of earth because they were worried the trains would not be able to get up the hill to Harbury. And that resulted in quite a few landslides as well. So we should be there soon. I'm having to explore, look at maps, run around, and it's getting dark, so cutting is fine. Hopefully the footage will come out all right. See you in a sec. As the line continued to Harbury, it was believed it would be too steep for the train, so that led to Harbury cutting. And it's over 100 feet deep, and I don't think this is the deepest section here. I'll show you the other direction as well in a second. They moved millions of tons of earth for this cutting, and after the line was opened, the Leamington Spa reportedly, or the Leamington Spa courier said there was quite a number of landslides, and that shut the line down until 1880, and they carried on working on it, and it was a lot more stable. But even in recent years, there's been two recent landslides, one in 2007 and one in 2015. But there's a lot of work you can just see further up here they've completed. And around the corner. And I think that's been to make it all safer and more reliable. So, Deppers Bridge, next to Harbury. Biggest railway cutting in the whole of Europe for decades, I think. It isn't now, there's a deeper and longer one. And that's right on our doorstep as well. So my summary is, humble Deppers Bridge, lots of history and linked to Ladbroke, and Europe's biggest railway cutting. Who'd have thought it? 1 mile from where we live.